What's up, everyone? So if you're like me and millions of other people out there, you drink coffee every morning, a great thing you can do is add protein powder to your coffee, especially if you're trying to promote muscle growth or even if you're trying to lose some weight. It's easy to just make your coffee or just add it to whatever coffee you're already purchasing, but also it'll save you money if you're gonna make it all at home. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna taste just like it would at Starbucks, depending on what protein powder you use. Obviously use one that you really enjoy and it's going to work out great. It's really simple to make and I do this pretty much every single day. I am doing a cut for the summertime, and for me it's really easy just to add some protein into my coffee in the morning, keep it simple, beneath 200 calories. Mine usually is about 100 calories actually, depending on how much protein you put in, and I'm going to be using almond milk as the base liquid. Depending on those two things, this is going to be really low calorie, especially compared to the drinks you're already purchasing at Starbucks or Dutch Bros, stuff like that. It's going to cost you $5 a day. This is going to save you a ton of money. I basically just replace my breakfast with this, so I'll just maybe within an hour of waking up I'll have this instead of my normal breakfast, and it saves me a ton of calories and it kind of keeps my stomach full until my first meal. And it's just an awesome, easy way to go on a cut without completely switching your diet around. All you're going to be doing is just replacing your first meal with this. And I know it's not an exact intermittent fast because we are taking in calories, but these are really minimal carbs, if any at all, and it's still going to be burning fat because we're not supplying ourselves with carbohydrates. So it's somewhat of a keto type approach where your body is going to be taking from your, or using energy from your stored fat, and it's worked amazingly for me. Whenever I do this, within 2 or 3 weeks I get to my goal pretty much by the time I'm finished with this phase. And I usually just do it for the work week, maybe 5 days, and then the other 2 days I go back to more of a normal meal. But it's real easy to do if you're going on a cut or if you're trying to lose some weight really quick, and it's great even when you're not cutting because you're still getting that protein first thing in the morning, as well as your coffee jolt that you're used to, you're accustomed to, that helps you get your day kick started. And it's just so simple and quick that I'm also going to be showing you guys my overnight oat recipe that I use, protein overnight oats. It's a great addition to any diet plan. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'm ready if you are. Let's get in the kitchen and start making these protein hacks.
Yo everyone, my name's Mike. I used to be overweight for most of my life, but through my training and nutrition, I completely turned my life around. I created protein hacks to show that you don't have to be a professional chef to make delicious, better option foods, and to share my high protein recipes using a variety of powders and ingredients. This is Protein Hacks.
Perfect.
Alright guys, we kind of have a lot to go through today, so we're going to get right in it with the oats. We're going to pre-prep these real quick. I'm going to be using almond milk. I have some made already, but I'm going to show the process I use to get these prepped, and it's going to be real quick. Then we're going to jump into the coffee, and then we'll come back to the oat. So I'm going to be using 1UP ISO vanilla ice cream with the oatmeal. I always put a banana in my oats and some berries. Just my preference, you guys can put whatever you like. And I'm also going to be putting some of this coconut and almond granola, just as some texture on top. Typically what I use for prepping the oats, they're small and fits perfectly. So a half cup of oats, between a half scoop of protein powder to 1 scoop, depending on how much you want. And a little under a cup of almond milk. The hot recipe is 1 cup, but I feel like with overnight oats, I like to put a little bit less and it just comes out really fluffy and delicious, especially with the protein mixed in. This is really going to end up tasting almost like a vanilla pudding instead of oatmeal, and it's literally like dessert for breakfast. I get everything mixed in real good. Have any clumpy the protein powder can get, and you really want to avoid that in your oats. All right, and then you're just going to put that into the fridge for at least a couple hours, if longer. Overnight oats, so if you have the time to do overnight, then the longer the better. Now let's get on to the coffee. Now you can use either a mixer or you can use just a regular shaker cup. Up to you. If you use the shaker cup, it's going to be a little clumpy still. You know how that goes. The mixer's really going to get it creamy like actual creamer, but if you're on the go, the shaker will do just fine. I'm going to use the smoothie blender just so we can get a nice creamy protein creamer from this. Like I said, you can use any coffee you'd like. If you have coffee you're getting from Starbucks and you just want to sweeten it yourself with this, it's perfect. Great for when you're traveling or on the go. I'm using just a normal Keurig coffee maker. Now use just under a scoop of protein. And see with the mixer how nice and blended it is. Really smooth and just creamy. Delicious cup of coffee right there. This thing rivals what you can buy at Starbucks for $5 to $6, and it at least has triple the amount of protein. Now this is the oats I had pre-prepared for the rest of the tutorial. Let's get our coffee out, sip on that while we're making this. Cut up these fruits real quick, put them in the oats, and show you guys exactly how I normally make mine. There's so many different ways you can make this. You can turn this into a smoothie if you'd like instead. Just throw all of this in the blender and it's going to be a great smoothie. I'm just attempting to be fancy here. You can just throw it all together and mix it. That's what I normally do. But I guess this is YouTube, so I'm going to attempt to do this. I know everyone out there has all these crazy professional photos of their food, but come on, we're being real here. When we make our food, it's made to eat, and we're not spending 30 minutes trying to assemble it. Peanut butter, great if you're trying to add some weight maybe, or you just need some more calories or healthy fats. Cookies, you can sprinkle those, put them on top instead of the granola. Now let's jump into the macro breakdown for both of these real quick. I'm not going to be comparing the oats to anything, but I will be comparing my coffee to a Starbucks coffee. But oats, there's nothing really out there where I would compare them to this. This is kind of something unique, and I know there's other people that make them as well, but it's not mainstream enough for me to find a comparison that would be close to this. So for the coffee here, we're looking at 122 calories, real low calories, 2.4 grams of fat, 2 grams of carbs, real low. How I was telling you earlier, we'll be able to burn those off really fast and then use our body's stored fats during our fast. 23 grams of protein, which is huge compared to our comparison here, the caramel macchiato. And this is just a grande, 250 calories. So that's 128 more calories. 7 grams of fat, 35 grams of carbs. That's insane. That's a lot. That's a really high amount of carbs compared to ours. I mean, 2 to 35. Come on, guys. It's not even close. So our oats have 6.2 grams of fat, 29.3 grams of carbs, and that's still less than the macchiato. Insane. We're not even comparing this, but come on, that's ridiculous. It's a whole half cup of oats. And we have 28.4 grams of protein to promote muscle growth, which is the key here. That's it for the breakdown, guys. Let's wrap things up.
Thanks for checking out my video, guys. The coffee, I mean, you can do so many different things with that, whatever you like. You can use other flavors instead of vanilla. You can use regular whey protein so you can get your BCAAs in the morning. You can also use ice and blend this up and make a frap out of it, which is completely amazing. It's delicious. You got to try that. And like I said earlier, that's what it's all about. You want to find the foods that are actually helping you stay consistent and that you're enjoying to help you continue to achieve your goals. So hopefully we'll see you guys on that video, and thanks again for checking out Protein Hacks.
Hey everyone, if you're enjoying the videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for checking out the video, and I'll catch you on the next Protein Hack.